Greetings and welcome to the Soul Logistic Radio Show, Monday Morning Quarterback. I'm your host, Doug Evans, the unknown icon. A few people call me Hannibal Smith. Got the minister information, the straw that stirs the drink, the movie critic, Fat Tommy. What's popping, my guy?
What's going on, Doug Evans? What's happening, universe?
Hey, listen, before we get started, because I know what road we going down.
Let the legend begin.
Hey, we got to give R.I.P. to Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling announcer Bob Caudle. I don't know if you grew up watching Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling on Fat Tommy, but this was a big deal for us in the acres. We watched the wrestling, and we come outside and we try to do the moves. And this brother right here, Bob Caudle right here.
Okay, I can't remember. I did watch. So was that with the was that with the Executioners and Blackjack Mulligan, Haystacks Calhoun?
Yeah, like Blackjack Mulligan, Ric Flair,
Okay,
Paul Jones, and all them. So R.I.P. to that guy. Also, I want to give a big shout out to Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams showing with a great quarterback. A quarterback with a great coach, what he could do. I remember the time where they was talking about, if y'all let go Mike Tomlin, then who you going to get? Who we going to get? And you never know till you get somebody. And right. Ben Johnson showing that there was great coaches that's out there. You know what I mean? So
I agree.
Don't be afraid to see what's out there. Okay, Steelers game. Steelers versus the Bengals. Aaron Rodgers injured his wrist.
Yes.
Mason Rudolph came in and won the game for us, but that wasn't the story of the game. The story of the game is Jamar Chase and Ramsey got into it. Jamar Chase spit on the man.
And then lied about. Wait, I call him a ban. He's a ban because he lied about it. If I'm gonna spit on you, be man enough to say I spit on you. What? He didn't think we had video? It's 2025. We got the video. Right? You clearly spit on him. And I happen to believe, like dude on ESPN, I can't remember the black guy's name this morning. He said, if he would have spit on me, I would have saw him in the locker room. It wouldn't have ended on the field. And I said, that's how I feel. Like I just told my wife, I said, if a dude spit on you, you have to beat him up in public. Like the uniform, that wasn't enough. 2 smacks to the head, that ain't enough. I got to catch you out in the parking lot and ask you, think about this. We playing basketball. It's a serious game, heated state championship. Mm-hmm. You spit on me, the refs break it up. It ain't over. You spit on me. Like, Doug, when they did that at the beginning,
I don't know why he just ain't hit him. Like, before I spit on you, I'm gonna hit you, right?
Because spitting is a whole different level.
Yeah.
See, hitting you is still in competitive, like the energy got to flowing too much, and me and you got to tussling. And then at the end of the game, we can hug and make up. If you spit on me, we can never make up. I'm not that mature. I haven't reached that level of maturity.
Do you remember when Ronowski, what his name was for Denver, he spit on Cordell Stewart? That was like, whoa. That was like, ooh.
And then they spit on Dak Prescott. No, he spit on the ground. But you know what?
No, Dak Prescott spit on the ground. The dude spit on him this season, right? Yeah, he got suspended for how many games you think? Jamar? I like Jamar Chase too.
I think Jamal Chase should literally be suspended for 3 games.
3?
You spit, Doug. Let me ask you a question. You at Petersburg High, a dude spit on you. How many days you think he should get the whole year, right? Because every time you see him, if you don't suspend him the whole year, every time I see him, it's on site, man. I don't know how long I got to beat you. I don't know what point I get over that. Like, that is the most
that's crazy, bro.
Disrespectful in a sport. Like, this is not, this was not fighting for civil rights. This was not nobody did nothing to your children.
Right.
The man didn't attack your wife. Y'all at work playing a game.
True.
So I think
crazy.
You know, I would not be mad if they suspended him for the remainder of the season. Like this, if I was the commissioner.
Whoa, that might be a little too much, bro.
You know what? Then you know what? Listen, he could challenge it. That's what they got the what are they called? The Players Association.
Right.
He can challenge it, but then guess what'll happen? Nobody will spit the rest of the season. Okay. That's it. I'll back up off of it after the Players Association put pressure on me, but they'll understand. Sometimes you have to, this has happened to me all the time. I'm always the person, the time that we have to make an example. And you're the example. Mr. Harrison, I was in court. Somebody got to take it. Today is going to be you. It's always me. So look, that dude right there, for that action, it's no, listen, how I really feel is he should be put out the league. I mean,
Wow.
that's really how I feel because Doug, spitting is the most egregious. Like when you,
And you got our player kicked out the game. You know what I mean? From
yes.
it's retaliating to what you come on, bro.
Well,
Oh, my
not
uniform.
only
Come
should
on,
they
bro.
not they should suspend him for the entire season, right? Or put him out the league. I wouldn't if they said he couldn't play football again, I wouldn't be
He
mad.
probably don't
But
care
then
because the Bengals probably out. But moving on in the same division, we had the Baltimore Ravens versus the Cleveland Browns, your new favorite team. Now listen,
did you see Miles Garrett? Wait, did Miles hey, I
my,
got the defensive player of the year, buddy. Miles Garrett, single-handed. All we needed Miles to do was run, get one more. Man, he was on it. So
Miles Garrett is a problem. Now, TJ Watt is my boy, but he's not no Miles Garrett. Miles Garrett is the
nobody.
truth, bro.
Miles Garrett had four. Look, when they say Shador got sacked, I say, well, Lamar got sacked 4 times. How
And
about that?
he's a running quarterback.
Right. So don't be talking about my guy because your guy got sacked 4 times.
Hey,
But
so what do you think about the Bleach report saying that Lamar Jackson is the most overrated quarterback ever? What do you think about that? I couldn't wait to hear
ever,
what you got to say about that.
ever, ever,
Ever.
nah. You know what? Here we go. I'm sorry, but because of the way of the world is today, I have to go back and fall back into my childhood. I don't believe that you could say um, a black man is overrated in nothing because we're not. We're never overrated. I
Really?
can't think of one sport that you could think of. Just tell me where that applies because it doesn't. That's a made up concept. What they do is that when they get so jealous, then they start saying we overrated. Because I can tell you plenty of people that I think is overrated, and all of them would be European quarterbacks. Every last one of them because I watched football. Look, you want me to tell you who's overrated? The supercomputer. Dylan Gabriel. They call that man a supercomputer. He must be overrated, right? So look
Hey,
at where they put
hey,
him.
listen. Hey, listen. When he threw that pass in the dirt and the fans started going off, when he got on the phone, I told my niece, I said, Shador Sanders is going in the game because the phone call and they showed the guy up top talking to him, right? I said, Shador's going in this game. This guy looked like he's telling him head to the locker room because Fat Tommy, have you seen yet the play that he got the concussion on? Have you seen that play?
Finally, they showed it to me today.
You
Finally,
see
I
it?
watched
I didn't
all
see.
night.
I haven't seen
Listen,
it.
they said he had a concussion. I was like, you know what? If he got a concussion in football, they run back the concussion hit all
Right.
day, every day. He got tackled. His head didn't even hit the ground when he got hit. So I believe one, I told everybody I said, please start him for Baltimore. Didn't you hear me? Didn't I say that? Please
Yeah.
start him for Baltimore. We gonna see because y'all say all of this. Start him and let's see what happens. And you see what happened. He didn't measure up, and I believe they didn't want to see. Look, this is how the coach gets the win. We took him out for concussion protocol. Now I got to see if Lamar starts in Vegas. Because if Lamar starts in Vegas, Dylan Gabriel will never get his job back. And so that way, they wouldn't have taken him out for him to lose his job. He would have got a concussion, been in concussion protocol, because I didn't see nothing that required him concussion protocol. And here's what everybody's been saying. I've been checking all the news outlets. They saying Shador did horrible. They saying this, that, and the other. And I personally believe that he did a good job for a person who never got to practice. With Allen Iverson, they said practice. You need to practice. Shador, the man has taken 0 snaps
Right.
all season. He
That's
said in his
crazy.
press conference, I ain't been hit since Colorado, since the Alamo
That's
Bowl or
crazy.
whatever.
That's
And
crazy.
then he got 0 snaps. Then the lineman said, we never heard his cadence before. We out there trying to get rhythm with his cadence because we never heard. So now the person snapping the ball never snapped to Shador at all before. So this
That's
man is the first
crazy.
time he's snapping. So now this is what brings me back to this being a thing about racism, because never have you heard of a backup quarterback never getting to practice. He has got to be. I've been trying to find somebody. I've been saying it to somebody, prove me wrong. Show me the dude who got in the game that never took a snap before at practice or anything and went into an NFL game. That never, not a veteran who played a year before and
Right.
came on the team and didn't get snaps with the team. I want one who never took an NFL snap. And then, listen, was this a must-win game for Baltimore?
Pretty much, they're trying to keep pace with
Yes.
us.
If they don't get it, if they would have lost that game, we would still be in the playoff hunt. They would not. I mean, they would, but it would be least like now it's a real season. So
Right.
Baltimore had to win, right?
Right.
They came out there playing to
And
win.
y'all played them tough. Y'all was playing Nick. Y'all played them tough.
Listen, this is how bad it is. They asked Shador, when did you find out you was gonna play? He said on the sideline to start the third quarter. They didn't even tell him at halftime, Doug.
I saw when it went down in real time. I'm telling you, I saw the phone call. I was like, Shador's going.
The
I
owner
text
call.
you.
You know what? This is what the
I
owner
text
said.
you.
I know. I got your text. I had did my sister's party. It was 21 hours I was up the day before. So I was sleeping and waking up, catching. I caught the last 2 minutes of my guy. For the most part, I didn't see nothing else. But I noticed, this is what I did know. Shador said he wanted to thank everybody for the 12 jerseys. All the people in Cleveland were saying, did you hear how lit the stadium was when
They was going
Shador took
crazy.
the
They was going crazy.
So therefore, football is ultimately about money. So they're going to play him. But I find it strange that the coach never said his name until yesterday. They asked him 4 questions, and on the fourth question, he said Shador. That's the first time he said Shador's name. That's number one. Number two, they gave him 0 snaps. That's unheard of in the NFL. That means you don't even get to warm up. So here I am. I'm playing for Petersburg High. I came in. I'm really this dope dude from another school, and y'all don't play me at all to the state championship. And then you throw me in the third quarter and say, "Have at it. I don't know the offense." And look, you running guard when you don't know the plays. When a guard was a guard.
I do think Shador need to calm down. He ran for a first down. You thought he won the Super Bowl. At the end of the game, he didn't. Lamar Jackson's looking for him to probably give him some advice or whatever, but he stayed on the bench. I think he's doing, and maybe because he feel like he on his own. But
Hey, Doug,
I
hold on.
think
I'm gonna let the game and Shador's talent speak for Shador because now he's playing. So as long as he played, but here's what I will say. First game of your NFL career, Doug Evans. This has been your lifelong dream. They throw you in underprepared. You know you ain't had no snaps. They put you out there and you trying to win. You make that last drive. He put it in his hand. That was a heck of a defense play. At the end of the game, you don't really want to talk to nobody. You think you lost the game. You think, because he said, I did terrible. I was out there horrible, is what he said.
But I
But
get it though. Whether you play horrible, if you play great, you know what I'm saying. The guy on the other side, he been through that and more. I'm just saying, as far as learning the quarterback position, you're gonna win
yes.
games, you're gonna lose games. You know what
But
I'm
I'm
saying?
saying your first game, you're allowed. Can he be emotional on his first game, especially the way this whole season went?
Well,
Like,
look like he was handling it pretty well
nah,
to
I
me.
mean,
I'm
no,
just saying.
he did. He handled it all right, but he went there. I don't want to call it pouting, but he put his head down and all of that. And for him to have went out there with no practice, I thought he did great. And yes, I think he should have got out his own head. But I literally for this one, I really understand because of everything that happened to him throughout this whole year, and then to go out there that way and then have a chance. Listen, I can tell you this much: for the first time, I believed we had a chance to win. When he came down with that drive, and that's what everybody said. Even though we did not win, everyone believed Shador could pull it off. And then when he placed that ball right there, look, what happened to 2 seconds and it's a catch? What happened to
That
his
was no
feet?
catch. That was no. But I feel you. I thought that I was like, oh snap.
His foot was down. Look, the man is in the
That
end zone.
wasn't
His
a
foot
catch.
is down. It's done. It's a catch. Then he knocked it out of his hand. I went, oh, that hurt. then he said, and then Shador said, "This is the first time I ever threw a ball to Judy. This is
That's
my first
crazy.
time."
That's
So
crazy.
right. So all I can say is this: I'm not gonna have to brag about him no more. I'm gonna be fair. Now that he is playing, he played. If they will set him up for first, let's keep one other thing in mind. Dylan Gabriel is left-handed, so all the plays that were designed for a left-hand quarterback. So Shador had to come in and run the plays with no practice with the ones, barely knowing the playbook, and they said he couldn't read the defense, but it looked like he read the defense to me. It looked like he audibled right. It looked like because I watched some film review last night with the guys in Cleveland. They were showing me, okay, he was calling the right coverages. So for a person who didn't do it, I think he did great.
Man, I seen the protection one time when three of his linemen was blocking one guy. The guy shot straight up the middle on him. I was like, man, it's rough. Man, I know that was a rough go at it. I think he did. I give him a C minus.
I think that's where I got him at a
consider the
C minus. The
circumstances,
reason
but you
why I
like you
give him a
said,
high,
not getting any first team reps is big. That is a
that's
big
why I
deal.
give him a high C. I give him a high C because he had never been on a field before. He's working with a line who didn't understand his cadence, and he had never thrown to any of those guys. Like, what? Doug, he had never thrown any of those guys except for Gage. That's why he threw that last. I
Right.
think the last play he threw it to Gage because when Gage was on the second string, he at least got some practices in with Gage. But he said, "I never threw to Jerry Jeudy before, man." So I think he did a great job. I think it'll be a travesty. I don't think the owner is crazy enough to not let him play. The owner, like, yo, he's playing in Vegas next week. The tickets gonna go up in Vegas. Watch.
It's
He
gonna
is
be
going.
crazy.
Plus, listen, I told my wife the NFL is a business. The business dictates that the NFL want to see him play because he's a draw. Who, like, he's a draw. And then the person you got out there playing, let's call him equal. Let's say him and Shador are exactly equal because Shador looked like that with no first team reps. And they talk about now we should have a competition. He should have to fight for his this is how they do the black man in America. They said now he should have to fight for the job. I said, wait a minute. Y'all just gave him 6 games. You drafted
Right.
both of them. Give him 6 and let's see.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it's going to fare, but what I do know is this proves that in America, as a black man, you have to be twice as good. And you have to go in. Look, you know they call you in the job and tell you to do something you ain't never did it before, and they just tell you figure it out and walk away. That'd be like you having somebody at the job and one person you like and you trained. The other person you ain't trained at all. And now the machine broke and you go, yo, come on, fix that. And be like, okay, bring me a wrench and pliers, and he figure it out, but he's not gonna figure it out as good as the dude that you told him how to fix the machine. That's all I'm saying. So they put him out there. So it is what it is. It's football, and like I told you, he'll be fine if you if you let him practice, he'll be even better. That's what I would say. How good do you think he'll be if he just get 3 snaps this week? I'm not asking for many, just 3.
Man, so what do you think about the? I'm telling you, the Patriots, Denver, and the Colts for the
Okay, good.
AFC. Kansas,
I watched Denver, so we can go Denver because you know I'm a
Kansas
Bo
City,
Nix.
Kansas City looking a little rough.
Um, I am almost ready to say Kansas not gonna make the playoffs. I'm right there. I'm right there. I need one more. Kansas is looking.
If the playoffs start today, they wouldn't make it.
They wouldn't be in right. But see, they seem to know how to rally in the end. So, and here's what
if they played in the playoffs against Denver, a rematch, who would you pick?
I'd pick Kansas.
That's what everybody's saying. They still would pick.
The reason why I pick Kansas is look, Bo Nix, I've watched him in Oregon. I told you I thought he was the best quarterback last year. I said that when I saw him play. Bo is awesome, but this is what I do know. The game gonna change when the playoffs start.
True.
This football right here, all this stuff, they letting him get that off right now because they want him to get comfortable with that. Teams, Kansas, listen, the one thing that I know Kansas do is the stuff you do to them in the game, you don't get to do it during the playoffs.
That's
so,
right.
Whatever you did, he did. Look, Andy was writing stuff down. Okay.
Yeah.
Put that in my pocket right there. I'm going to pull that one back out. And that's what you're going to know. I don't think it's going to translate for Bo very well in the playoffs. I like him, so I hope it does, but I don't know. Now, New England.
Buffalo coming. Josh Allen still doing this thing. He had 6 touchdowns yesterday. 6.
Buffalo, Josh Allen is definitely one of them dudes. He is one of them dudes. And Buffalo got a really good Detroit. Man, let me tell you.
They took the L last night, but their
Yes,
offense.
you know what? I wouldn't even be mad at my team. Look, y'all played your heart out. That was a great game.
You know what I love
be a
about
problem.
Detroit? You know what I love about Detroit? Even if they lose, this is what I like about a team. They go down swinging. Like, they don't leave nothing. They go for the 4th downs like it ain't nothing. They're actually trying to win the game. Sometimes you watch a team like, are they really trying to win? I don't know. But you know Detroit is trying to win.
Well, you know what I like? This is what I like about Detroit. They say we got 4 downs. Why are we only using 3? We could get a first down. We're on the 48. Let's get out there and play.
I like that.
I absolutely love it because I'm sick of people punting the ball off.
Right.
Like, you know what that's like? When I watch golf and the person lay up. You lay up because you are not a professional, right? The professional is supposed to go, I'm going for the green. Boom, that's why you're a professional. That's how I see it. They like to play smart. I like the fact that they leave it all out there. We're gonna win or we're gonna win or we're gonna lose right here, right now. I mean, I saw them go, look, they was 4th and 5 in the red zone. Everybody else takes the points. 9 out of 10 coaches say kick the field goal, let's go down. Buddy said, if we can't score here, we don't deserve to win. That's the coach they got. If you can't score right here, they better than you. Because that's just about manpower, grit, and we can get this yard. You can't get it, then you deserve what happens. And I'm with it. Like, because I want the 7. I done got from here to my front door. Okay, let's ask a different one. You on the 5-yard line, right? It's just you. It's $5 million on the end zone that you can get. You could run that way. It's 100,000 where you at. You can just pick up the 100,000 and go on back to the crib. What do you do? On the 1, you on the 1. I'm only gonna put 2 people on the other side because you one person. It's gonna be 2 people there.
I don't know why, being a black man, I feel like that's a setup.
So you taking 100,000
and I heard a bird in the hand beats 2 in the bush. That's what will be going through my head, right? So if I'm already rich, yeah, I might go for
it. I'm going. Y'all gonna call me? Cause look, I'm gonna say 100,000. I'm gonna make that.
Okay, well, but
it's gonna take some people 1 year. It's gonna take some people 2 years. But in the real scheme of things, I'm gonna make $100,000. The only way I know I'm gonna get $5 million is if I get through you and get my. It's only you and whoever is between me and $5 million. 9 out of 10 times, I'm going for that one.
I think this Super Bowl is gonna be crazy. Whoever gets to the Super Bowl,
going. We have no idea who's going.
Right.
I mean,
so
Aaron Rodgers broke his wrist. Look, I don't know what y'all gonna do now. It's his left wrist though. He right-handed, so they probably gonna put a cast on and tell him to get your butt out there.
But who thought? I don't think it was any Steelers fan that thought he was gonna make it through the whole season anyway.
I didn't think so either. I thought age was gonna catch up to him. So, but obviously, I can tell you. You want me to tell you who thought that? Tomlin them, because y'all ain't draft no backup. So apparently y'all thought he was gonna make it through the people in charge.
So here we are again with Mason Rudolph again. I don't have a problem with Mason Rudolph. But let's see we're in the same predicament. Let's see what the young boy got.
This is what I know. I know that we had some quarterbacks this year that was in the league, and I know that for whatever reason, these old dudes are not giving these young dudes fair chances, and they're not giving them development. Now, I don't know what that's about, because I hear people saying, well, Tomlin he doesn't know how to develop a quarterback. I don't know how you're a coach, right? And it's okay to not know how to develop. See, the coach is like the manager. So it's okay, Doug, that you don't know how to stack the stuff over there. But you got a stacker dude, right? That dude, he's your stacker. So you always listen. When you got the dude who can stack 100 of them in 60 seconds, You put another dude next to him because that dude is gonna call in sick one day because he's stacking 100 a day. So you know he's gonna be like, man, it's Thanksgiving. I'm gonna be with the family. Y'all figure it out. Because you can't fire him because he can stack 100 of them in 60 seconds. So you put somebody.
But do you know? Do you know the most frustrating thing? Even at my job, I hear what you're saying, but there are some people that they could be by the stacker for 30 years, and when it's their turn to stack, you don't know how the hell you don't know how to stack?
There's some Dylan Gabriels everywhere. You know, because I be saying how he don't know how to do that. He been playing. They said he played 6 years. He got 1,000 games in college. He should be fine.
I work with people all the time that you like imagine you in an airplane you're in a cockpit with a pilot, and you've been there for 30 years, and then the pilot have a seizure, and then you run out there and say, hey, do anybody know how to fly a plane? It was like, hell, you've been up there for 30 years. How the hell you don't know
next to him, you don't even know. I agree wholeheartedly. Those are usually, here I go again, stirring the pot. Those are usually not black folks. I'm just saying.
No, I've worked with black folks that do the same thing, Fat Tom.
Okay, I haven't ran into one. This is your experience versus my experience.
Hell yeah.
I haven't. Usually when everybody I know to sit there 30 years, they can do the job. They might act like they can't, and they might play dumb, but they know how to do the job. And everybody I sit with.
So they might be playing dumb, so they have to deal with the consequence of how it turned out.
Because I know people who don't even want the promotion. I know people who could be the manager. They be like, nah, I'm good just doing this right here because the stress don't match the money. I'm good. So I look at players, man. Look, in the NFL, we have players who go in and just do enough to say they keep their job. Myles Garrett is not that dude. He go in and he's saying, if the defense got to win, then let us win the game. Think about it. They almost won. The defense almost won the game.
Yep.
And you know what Myles Garrett said at the end? I need to be more violent about taking the ball from people. I needed one more rip. I'm like, what? Okay. He said he needed another rip to be more violent so I could knock the ball loose so we could have scored one more time. That's what he said. I went, if he can be more violent.
You gotta love it.
Man, he is having an amazing year. And so is what's his name? The defensive rookie of the year. What's that man's name? God, my young boy, the rookie for we got a rookie that ain't nothing but the truth. He should get defensive run. I can't even call his name right now.
All right. Hey, Fat Tommy, any last words, man? Thank you, man.
Just live life long and love it while you living it.
Word. All right, bro. Peace. Monday morning quarterback. Like